So how are you, Foxxjazell?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying this Sunday here in Los Angeles, and I'm doing real well.
Okay. We have a couple of questions for you. Why is it that you don't communicate directly with your fans via Ustream, TinyChat, or other means of instant messaging like other artists?
The reason for that is I don't like to give out a sense of false hope to my supporters. First of all, I like to think of them as supporters and not fans, because fan comes from the word fanatic. I don't want, people to think that, that there's fanatics out there. But yeah, I directly communicate with my supporters in the form of, messages, like full messages through my website, foxxjazellmusic.com, or through my music. And sometimes I've realized in the past, when you communicate directly with one supporter and then you don't communicate with another supporter, it sends out, a little bit of jealousy, because, oh, why can you can talk to that person directly, but you can't talk to that person. So I just figured that, to me, it's best to, when I need to say something to them directly on YouTube or whatever, it will come out in my music, or it will come out like in one particular interview.
Okay. Are you part of the devil-worshipping cult that has claimed Rihanna, Lady Gaga, and Jay-Z, the Illuminati?
No, I'm not a part of the Illuminati. I'm very spiritual. There are certain things in my video that may be perceived of such, but no, I love God too much.
Are there hidden messages in your hookup music video?
Yes, as a matter of fact. The whole burning in hell thing is supposed to represent what a guy takes you through when he's, when you're hooking up with him and he's giving you these lies about how he wants to be in a relationship.
When you lose faith.
Exactly, and losing faith in it, and basically he's taking you through hell. That's what that represents.
Okay. I love your music. I've seen your live shows, your music videos and work in the community, but you make it look real easy. Is it real easy to be a transgender artist in the hip-hop community? Can anyone do it?
No. Well, anyone can do it, but it's not real easy. There's a lot of funding that comes into it. There's a lot of rejection that comes into it. You have to develop a tough skin. And, if you can develop that tough skin and you have that motivation and you're serious about it, then, hey, go for it.
A lot of fans have been receptive to this Boy, Girl, Whatever album. Will there be an upcoming tour?
Well, that is in the works. Obviously it goes right back to the funding. If I'm funded for a tour, if club promoters want to offer me to come and, perform at their clubs, and they can, are more than willing to compensate me for my fee, then, that's all well and good. But it comes right back to the funding.
Well, I just saw your music video, Hook Up, and I must say that it's by far the best video I've seen by a GLBT artist. I adore Ashley Greed and her music, and I'm glad she was in the video, but good God, she said you were being shady by not allowing her to shine. I thought she had gone mad when she said you purposely darkened her skin. Now, is that true?
Here's what a lot of people don't realize. When you're doing the editing process, there are things that are out of your control. I feel that Ashley may have not gotten the whole concept of what it is to be a featured artist. I also feel that what she was going through it, in her life at that time, because she had experienced the death, and seeing this video, it all kind of like combined on top of each other. So I feel that she, perceived it to be something that it isn't. I did not, fly her all the way out here, take care of her, spend money on her, just to sabotage her. That would be completely ridiculous. I have mad love and mad respect for her.
Now, would you say, is there a beef between the both of you?
No, there is no beef. Like I said, if anything, I was disappointed with Ashley Reed of how she took it and how she took to the web instead of calling me or instead of emailing me and telling me about her dissatisfaction. But, you know, I was just very disappointed and I was very hurt because I admire her as a producer and I still admire her as a producer. She's a phenomenal writer and no, there is no beef whatsoever.
Okay. I noticed in some of your performance.
What is that? Okay for?
I'll just let the fans think whatever they're gonna think. I noticed in some of your performances, and the music video in particular, Ride or Die Boy, you particularly don't talk. Is it comfortable that way, or?
Here's what people need to understand. I'm a transsexual. I'm a transgender woman. I do not have a vagina. I do not desire to have a vagina. Do I tuck in some of my videos? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Do I regret it? No, I don't. Everyone knows that I am, you know, very blessed. So, you know, get over it. You know, it's my way of liberating myself.
Well, some people, tranny chasers in general, would like to know if you prefer top or bottom.
Oh, I prefer both. It depends on, you know, it depends on the guy and how submissive or, you know, dominant he is.
There's a lot of transgender artists out there that have dismissed your talents and calling you your music rubbish and questions your skill as a lyricist. How do you feel about that?
You know, I find it very entertaining when people dismiss me, say that I lack lyrical flow, when they say that I lack substance as a lyricist when I first came out. You know, if you do your homework on me, if you listen to songs like Misconceptions, if you listen to songs like Hip Hop and Don't Stop off my first album, I was very lyrical, you know, so you know what it is. People are gonna say what they're gonna say. People are gonna be jealous. Some people are gonna, you know, some people are gonna hate so they can be basically, you know, get shine in their own corner. So that's all I gotta say about that. I'm gonna just do me.
So I saw your performance in New York City for your album release party. For a hip hop artist, you include a lot of dancing in your live shows. Is there a reason why?
Yes, because I was always taught that when you go to a show and you go and see an artist, you want to see something different.
You want to see a show?
Yes, you want to see a show. You want to see something different from what you're going to get on the album. So I like to basically give an entertaining show. I like to be able to perform. I like to be able to engage in my performance, not just like sit there and just like, you know what I'm saying?
So you're not signed to a major label, are you?
No.
So where does your funding come from? Is there a celebrity paying for your bills, a sugar daddy, or do you escort on the side?
Oh, we're getting all into the tea. Yes, I escort. As a matter of fact, I escort myself to the world. Every time I put an album out, every time I put my music out, that is a form of me escorting. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, yeah, I think a lot of people escort. I mean, you know, everyone in Hollywood, when you escort, you prostitute yourself to the public. You know, when you put yourself out there. So yes, it is a form of prostitution. So yes, I do escort. As far as where I get my funding from, I get my funding from my fans that buy my album. I get my funding from, you know, certain individuals that invested time and that have sponsored my career.
So you're basically pleading the fifth?
No, I just told you, I escort. I prostitute myself to the world. Why can't you accept that as an answer?
One of your fans, Daniel from Germany, wrote a message to you on Facebook and said, "I've been a fan since your first album introducing Foxxjazell. Do you have a boyfriend and do you only date certain races in particular? How can I be your ride or die boy?"
I escort all types of races. Just make sure you have my big green faces.
Is that from one of your new songs?
Well, I don't have a preference when it comes to race. I don't discriminate. Definitely a guy needs to be financially stable. He needs to, you know, be able to have a tough skin himself, because it is a very hard thing, no pun intended, being with a transsexual girl, you know, like myself. So, you know, I don't have a particular type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Next question. Will we see a solo mixtape from Foxxjazell?
A mixtape. You mean those things that they give away for free? No. Well, actually, I did a mixtape with the Pretty Thugs, so yeah.
But a solo mixtape.
A solo mixtape. I don't really see that in my future anytime soon. Mixtapes don't inspire me. Jacking people's beats, and just don't really inspire me. That works for other artists, but for me, I like to be more creative.
Okay. Well, since you don't really like to release free mixtapes, why don't you release free MP3s or albums for promotion?
I do. If you go onto YouTube, like almost every song that's on YouTube you can get for free, because you can go to like certain websites and you can. Any song that I put out on YouTube, I always say that I put it out for free.
Okay. Have you started work on your next album yet?
Yes, I have. I am very inspired with this next album. I am trying to come from a place of love and understanding, and yeah, I've definitely started working on it, but I have not stopped promoting Boy, Girl, Whatever. What
can we expect in your new album? Is it a full album? Is it like a 3-part like Robin, or like an EP, or?
It'll probably be an EP because people don't like to buy albums these days. People like free shit. People like, to get things and little quartz and things of that nature. So, this will more than likely be an EP because it's very expensive to put an album together and then only have people, nitpick what songs they want, which is fine, but, to me, it's not profitable to, put all this time and energy into doing a full album if people are gonna nitpick maybe 3 or 4 songs that happen to be the singles.
Now, since since you're still promoting this album, will there be another single off the current album, and will there be a video?
Well, the next single will more than likely be Reese, which samples a song from another hip-hop artist, Bryant, which is another Ashley Breathe produced track. I'm constantly giving this girl props. I don't understand what the problem is. But anyways, yeah, that will probably be the next single. And as far as a music video, it could possibly happen or not. It's up in the air.
Okay, well thanks for your time, Foxxjazell.
It's Foxxjazell.
Okay, Foxxjazell.
Thank you. I want to look at you guys and I want to tell you this. I appreciate every single person that went out and got an iTunes card and that supported me in the form of buying a single, buying the whole album of Boy, Girl, Whatever. And I just want to let every one of my supporters know that I love you and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. So if I may have not gotten back with you directly, I may not, I see everything. I see all of the comments that, and all the messages that my supporters send to me. So I just want to say thank you guys so much.